So I was stuck on the end of a runway a couple of years back, as we often seem to be these days. And I started chatting with the fellow sitting next to me. And eventually he asked me what I did, and I said, I coach people in public speaking. And he started twitching. And he was twitching so much, I was afraid he was going to fall out of his seat. And I said, what is the matter? And he said, I am terrified of public speaking. I'm so terrified of public speaking that, and he was a VP of a Fortune 500 company, I have to give a lot of speeches. And what I do is a couple of days before I give the speech, I kill off one of my relatives. And then I get one of my lieutenants to give the speech in my place. And he said, I actually have to keep an Excel spreadsheet of my relatives so I don't kill my grandmother off more than once. And I'm running out of relatives, so what do I do? And so I made an appointment with him to work on this phobia, because I said, we can deal with this. You can get better with practice. And he canceled, I think, the first 3 appointments. And at this point, I was starting to get a little suspicious of whether it would ever actually show up or not. But we had rescheduled a 4th one, and I was waiting there in the office for him. And it was about 5 minutes after the appointed time, and the phone rang. And he said, it was my good friend on the phone, and he said, Nick, I've actually flown to California to avoid meeting with you. I think we've got a problem. I never did get to work with that gentleman, and as far as I know, he's still terrified of public speaking and still killing off his relatives. About 10% of the population is speech phobic like that. And about 10% on the other end loves giving speeches, has no fear. Don't you hate those folks? But for most of us, the 80% in the middle, public speaking is something that we're a little bit afraid of. We get the butterflies, we get the adrenaline. But with practice and with a lot of rehearsal and with knowing your speech cold, you can get over that and you can actually begin to enjoy public speaking.